Welcome to Fighting Class. How you use this channel, make sure and go to the basics to learn all your techniques. Give that some time, then come back to Fighting Class and we'll teach you everything you need to know to spar and in fighting. Welcome to Fighting Class. Let's get started. You came for fighting class? Let's start fighting class. Bouncing the balls of your feet, just like this in fighting stance. If you do not know what fighting stance is, I'll put a link right here to do all the basics before you start class. Everyone else, just keep bouncing. Make sure you're on the balls of your feet. Nice even bounce. Switch feet. Good. Make sure you get a nice even bounce, not too high, not too just be light on your feet. Switch feet. Good. Switch. 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 Okay, now I want you to do a double. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, switch. Another double. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, and switch. Now remember, all fighting is footwork and kicks and punches, nothing more. Just footwork and punches and kicks. So we got to work on the core of our fighting, which is footwork. I'm giving you triple. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. Now why are we doing these? Switch feet. Okay. When we're actually in our fighting, we use the 3 to kick with the front leg. 1, 2, 3, and there's your kick. Right? If we want to kick with the back leg, we do 2. 1, 2, bang. That's why these drills are so important. Everything you're learning will be integrating and making your fighting a lot better. Give me another 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Give me a double. Give me a triple. 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 Alright, good. Go back to fighting stance, regular. Okay, great. So now, we're going to go around the world. Feet are going to come back. And you're going to pass and come back to the front. You're going to go around. Feet are going to pass and go to the front. Around, pass. Around, pass. Around, pass. Around, pass. Great. The other leg. Bring it forward, pass, and around. Pass, and around. Pass, and around. And pass, and around. Great. So what we're going to do is bounce, stop, bounce, stop, bounce, stop, bounce, switch legs. Bounce, stop, bounce, stop, bounce, stop, switch legs. Okay. What we're trying to get to here is to where we can start moving around on both legs. Okay, so how we do this? When we want to move forward, we lift up our front leg, and we're on our ball of our foot on the back, and we push forward on our back. So you like this, front leg comes up, ball, jump forward. So here, leg up and forward. Now, right now, Don't worry about how high this knee goes. But eventually you want to be as high as possible because what you're doing is you're getting ready for the attack, right? Foot comes up for strike. So, forward, right? Now how do we go back? Same thing. The back leg comes off the ground. We go to ball our foot and we push our way back, like this. So we're pushing off, bang, like this. So we're moving forward by coming forward, pushing off, and we're going back. By the front leg is pushing us back. The reason we want the back leg off the floor is so that when you push back, you're ready for that return kick. Okay? So come forward, go back. Go forward, go back. Go this angle. Go forward, go back. Go forward, go back. Forward, go back. Forward, and go back. Okay, good. So now we want to go to the left and right. This is how that works. Lift up the front leg to go to your left. The video's right. And you push off on your ball of your foot. Now to go back, we need to push off on the front leg and push us back to the side. So we're doing this motion. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can keep going this way by keep pushing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, the reason we want to keep our legs up in this position is we can strike, right? Our foot is already up. Even though we're planted, we can still strike as we go forward, right? We're already in the position. So let's do that. Let's go to the left, to your right, to your left, to your right, to your left, to your right, to your left, to your right. Good. Now we need to go to the 45s, which is really the most important in fighting. The 45s, do an X, go across the line on the floor. If you don't know what this line on the floor is, go to this length to build your own. This is going to be your partner because you're alone. So if you have a partner, just go from face to face. But if you don't, put the line on the floor, go there, and you'll be able to catch up with everyone else. All right, so make sure that X, this is your angles of attack and defense. Always, when someone comes at you as an attacker, you don't want to just go back. If you go back, he can push you back and keep pushing you back, and then you'll go right out of the ring. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go in those 45s. Back or this way. Now how do we do that while we're bouncing? Same thing, back leg pushes you off as your front leg lifts, and you go to that angle. Then you push back on the front leg to go back. So as we're bouncing, make sure in balance, you want to keep that cardio up. Go, lift that leg up. Lift that leg up. Lift that leg up. Lift that leg up. Back and forth. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. All right, good. Switch legs. Now, same thing. You need to go to that 45s. So we need to go forward and back. Lift the leg up, forward and back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Switch legs. Now, if your left leg is forward and you want to go to a 45-degree angles to your right, you can either step forward with your balancing, just step forward like so that your back leg, so now you're at a 45. Or you just do what we did before by switching legs. You just switch legs, and then you're ready for your kick. Okay, so that's how you do that. What you want to do is you want to get to the point where, here you are, you're moving, right? You want to be able to be in any angle, switch legs. You're ready for your kicks. It comes, you move. Even if you spin, right? You're going to be able to get a kick in pretty much any position. That's why this footwork is so important. Remember, fighting is just footwork and kicks and punches. As an instructor, I just use my footwork to disarm move around without even using kicks or punches against my students. And the reason is because I'm basically a heavy bag for the lower ranks, right? They kick me here, keep my hands up, but all I'm doing is I'm moving out of the direction of the most power of the kick. And eventually that's what you have to do in a real fight. Alright, good. So let's do a big around the world. Come over, move your foot, make sure your left foot is forward, and then when you come forward, change with your right. Switch, go back, front comes forward, back, front comes forward. Right? So that's what you want to get to. Just keep moving around. Try switching legs a little bit. Right? Do a little bit of hopping, maybe a little bit of skipping. Move around. Get used to this motion. What you got to do is you got to keep switching feet. Right? Just keep moving back and forth. Switch feet. And all those drills we just did. Right? And then kind of put your knee up a little bit and hesitate. Right? Hesitate. Come in. Hesitate. 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 The hesitation is really twofold. First, it helps your muscle-mind reaction to know where that your leg is coming up to your chest, right? It's coming up. Another thing is, in a real fight, this is a good fake, right? They don't know if you're actually going to go ahead with the kick or not. So it works in two different directions. It's a good workout, and it also makes you unknowing what your opponent's going to do. And it helps you with your balancing. This is rhythm, right? Rhythm. Switch. Where's it coming? Where's the kick coming from? This is what you want to do. You want to move, just like in boxing. Your hands, your feet, and your body should move in a rhythm, like a dance. I mean, if you think about it, what's dance? When two people dance, the one doesn't come right into the other one, right? You'll hit each other. It's a conflict. We don't want that. What we want is our opponent comes in, instead of banging them like this, which we can't do with a kick, of course, but we would rather move out of the way and then do our techniques. We do this by moving out of the way. Oh, go ahead and kick right there. I'm not there. That's what you want to do. That's what they call fighting without fighting, right? So that'll be in more advanced classes. But for right now, just get ready. Get used to this movement. Just kind of make it like a dance. Move around. This is a great warm-up. All fighting classes should start with a long warm-up. Get those muscles relaxed. Get you ready for the stretching and strengthening of those leg muscles. Okay, now that we're done warming up, let's build on our strength. Okay, put your feet together. Go down. Touch your toes. Nice little stretch, right? Put your feet apart. There, now it's about shoulder width. Go down, touch your toes. Go up to your right. Go to your left. Touch the ground. Go back. Go a little forward. Great. Back up. Legs out a little bit. Same thing. Touch your toes. Go forward. Go back. Go to your right. Go to your left. And forward. Great. Go out a little bit more. Okay. Now we're going to go forward, touch to your right, touch to your left, and back forward. Now I want you to go into a horseback riding stance. If you don't know what a horseback riding stance is, go to this video, go to the beginning, make sure you know all the techniques before you go to class. So it'll be one continuous movement. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of bouncing, because what we're trying to do is try to get our hamstrings and our groin muscles not used to this nice balancing action. That's what a fight is. It's just dance of movement, right? You're just moving. Okay. We also use this back in the old days for doing punches, but we don't do those punches in actual sparring. We do the boxing style, which we will learn in a little bit. So nice. Now put your feet out. Go a little bit further out. So this is a pretty long horseback riding stance, right? Do a little bit of bouncing. Just like this. Now, you don't want to go too far. All we want to do is get to this level. This is about belt level. Now, this is actually your sidekick. You don't believe me? There it is, right there. Bang. Right? Bang. Do this. Go to the left, kind of lean forward into the kick. You don't want to do this, right? if you're doing this, and and the movement isn't moving forward, or your opponent is coming in, they'll knock you right off balance. So you don't want that. Go in, go in, go in, go in, go in, go in, go in. There you go. Now, nice little bounce. Now, this is very nice. So, like I say, you should feel it right here. If you get the lactic acid in there, it starts to hurt, just don't bend your knees anymore, and then go right back. Okay, now I want you to bring your feet in a little bit. Same thing. Go to your right, your left, your right, your left. Good. Bring your feet in a little bit more. So standing width of your legs. I want you to touch your feet. Go to the back. And when you stretch this way, you're going to want to touch the back of your heel. Okay? Touch the backs of your heels. Just like that. Okay, now go all the way in. Now, go on the balls of your feet. Stretch up. And back down. Okay, good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, I almost forgot the most important. Put your feet together. And you're going to go down. Just like this. It's like a skier. Okay? So you're going down. It's good on as low as you can. Okay? And keep this. We're strengthening now our leg muscles. Go out. About shoulders width. Go down. Nice. Stretch. All that. It feels good. You can feel it burning. If it hurts too much, just stand up, let that lactic acid come out, and go back down. If not, just stay. Put your feet up again. Very good. One more time. Feel that. Get that. You can feel that muscles just working together, right? So go back in. Go back in. Go back in. Go up. Stretch up. And down. Okay, now go in the fighting stance. Put your foot, ball your foot down, just like this. What we're going to do now is we're going to put our body weight forward, and we're going to push back, up and back, right? So we're going to go push up and back, 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 up and back. Now, I want you to turn your foot, just like this. This is basically a ball round kick, right? That's what we use for usually to the head. So put your ball down and go forward, push out, back, back, up and 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 back. Good. Switch legs. I'll go to the front kick. This, down, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, up and back, there you go, up and back, up and back, up and back, turn in, same thing, up and back, 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 up and back. Great. Now you should feel a little bit in your calves. And the more you do that, you can do many sets of these. Just shake your legs. Now, what we're doing here is we're loosening the muscles. Kind of like when you get hurt. Kind of go like this. It loosens the muscles. It's not as painful. It gets all that lactic acid out of there. Just like this. Now there's another benefit to this, and that's this. Right? You get your snaps. Because your legs, those muscles are used to that snapping motion. Bang, 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 bang. Right? That snapping motion helps you create that. So it's a good little trick. Okay, well, let's do some drills. Now make sure you have your line on the floor. Like I said, go here. We'll do a link to how to put this on the floor. Whenever kick I do, I'm going to be doing my kick, and I'm going to be landing right in that spot. And that cross is right here where my groin is. It's the center of my body. No matter what I do, if I'm doing a hopping kick, if I'm doing a jumping kick, if I'm doing any kick, my legs are always going to be on its line, and the middle is going to be where the target is, right? So we're going to do some drills. If you don't know any of these kicks, go to basics. You can come to class and do these. Now you're going to move. When I do my kick, like so, and come down, I want you to move to the left of the line, and I want you to do front kick and go back. And I'll do another kick. You move again to your left. Do your kick and back. Okay, so here we go. Okay, good. Don't do this. Okay, don't do this. When you do a kick, you make sure that it has all the power, the accuracy, and the strength to go through your opponent. This is going to do nothing to that opponent coming in. Okay, we want to be able to hit him in a way that knocks him off balance so we can come back with our second kick. So make sure you come over, you front kick, get that nice snap in there. Bang, snap, bang, snap. Come down and return. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. Like I said, make sure to come out, get that kick in there, come back and return as quick as you can. I'm taking my time so everybody can get this together. But you should just be bang, bang, come back, boom, come back, snap, get it in there, and come back. Side, get it in there, and come back. Try to get that snap in there. It's very important. Okay, switch legs. Same thing. This time you're going to be going to your right. So when I do my kick, you're going to be going to your right. Get that nice kick in there, front kick. Bang! Come back. Oops, switch feet. Okay, ready? Good, good. Make sure, nice and tight. Oops, keep switching legs on you. Great. I'll switch legs. Cha-cha. Okay, good. Now, I want you to do the front kick is your jab. Okay, just think of front kick. Front kick is the least used and most important kick. Actually, all kicks stem from front kick and side kick. From the first kick, front kick, all the way to the hook kicks, the jumping flying, the tornadoes, they all drive from the front kick. So make sure that your foundation is the strongest. The stronger foundation is, it doesn't matter your level, it doesn't matter what belt you are, it just matters your technique. You have to have that power, control to go hit, and accuracy to hit, go through, keep your balance, and move your opponent away, right? So I'm going to take our back leg, do front kick. Now you've crossed. Now your groin, the middle of your body should be in the middle. Okay, because you've crossed. They've come in, you've kicked them off balance. Now you put down and kick again. Right? Kick again. Bang. So now you're across. Now this person your opponent is off the way. So let's do that again. One. Right, just like that. Okay, ready? Okay. Good, make sure you keep the snap in there. Keep the snap. Good. Nice. Switch legs. Okay, same thing. Make sure and cross. Look down. Make sure you're at that point, and then go back as quickly as possible. switching up the kicks a little bit on my side so that you get used to a little bit of difference, right? One more. Okay, good. Okay, now I want you to go to the left. When I do my kick, I want you to go to the left, and I want you to do round kick, fighting round kick. If you don't know what fighting round kick is, go to the basics. Fighting round kick. Bang! And then come back. Opponent comes in, move to the left, bang! Make sure you get that snap in there. Same thing when you go to the right. To the right, step forward, get your snap in there, go back. Step forward, get that snap in there, and go back. Ready? Okay, great. Switch feet. Same thing. I think I used the wrong leg there. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, good. Now, same thing. I want you to move to your right. I want you to do a back leg front kick, cross, back leg front kick. Push them out. Push them away from you. Ready? Kick. I'm here now. Kick. Okay, that was a little bad. Sorry. So anyway, okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to do my kick. You're now going to come to the left. Come a little bit further out now because we're going to end up doing a side kick, right? Bang! Right here to the waist. Now every kick you do right now should be to the waist. What we want to do is we want to get to the point where we want to build you up low and slowly for your power, your accuracy, and your follow through. And that way, as you go up in your ranks and up in your stretching and ability, your core is solid. You have all the power you need to go through that opponent with confidence, right? So don't be doing this because that is nothing, right? You're not going to be able to stop an opponent. Remember, your opponent's weight. Think of how much weight and power that is moving towards you. Yes, we're mitigating all that, most of that power and weight by going to the left, right? That power is coming straight. But what we want to do is we want to come in and push. If we can knock him down and back, then he's going to fall down, and then we come back with our second. The second is a freebie. It's our best kick, right? I mean, all of our keys off balance, a little unstable, maybe shocked. And now you come in with that second kick, which is really the knockout one. The first kick usually is not the knockout. It can be, but vast majority of the time it's not. So we come to the left, we cock, we do our nice side kick, get our power in, we step down and look, bang, right where I'm supposed to be. Okay, this is going to take some time, but just in a few weeks to months, you're going to be a master at this. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. I want you to step left, side kick, and down. Okay, ready. Okay, Later on, I'm going to be switching legs all the time, so you're going to have to get used to the idea of being able to switch legs anytime I do. Okay, but that's not for today, the first lesson. Later on, I'll be switching legs, using different kicks, and you're going to have to decide which position, which foot am I going to use for each kick. And this takes the longest amount of time. Remember I said, fighting is nothing but footwork and kicks and punches. But for anybody to dance well, to get that rhythm, to make it look nice, to have a flow to it, it just takes time, and you're just going to have to build that with time. So, I'll switch legs. Same thing. To the left, or to your right. Sidekick. Bang! Right to the belt. You want to push that person to the floor, right? Bang! You're pushing down into the floor. So as they're coming, if I'm doing mine and you're kicking me, that kick is coming in and down. It's pushing me down to the floor. I have to try to pick myself back up to even get myself in a position where I can defend. That's what you want. You want them off balance. Low and slow is the fastest way to defeat your opponent. Okay? Keep your kicks low and slow. The center of center of gravity is right here. There's a technique that I use all the time with a front kick. Believe it or not, someone comes in, I'll kick them right in the center of gravity, and I'll be able to push them down to where their legs buckle, and then my second kick comes in. It's very hard to recover once your body weight, and once your center of gravity and your body weight is backing down. Because you actually have to pick yourself back up, and by that time the kick has already been thrown. So make sure you're going ding. Make sure that snap and that kick is there. I want to make sure that kick is there. Bang, down. Okay? One more. Oops, sorry. Switch legs. Good. Good. Very good. Every once in a while, put your foot down. Make sure you're on that cross. Now every once in a while, bring that foot down to see where it is, right? You're going to go to the right, you're going to do your kick, and then you're going to put your foot down. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, now the last one we're going to do is I want you to step to your left. I want you to do crescent kick. If you don't know what crescent kick is, go to the beginning as basics. You do crescent kick. Don't do it to the head. Just go right to the body. Bang and down, right? So step to the left. Get that little snap in there, right? That's what we're trying to do. Left, snap, and back. Okay? Ready? Okay, good. Now the other side. So you're going to come forward, get that crescent kick in there, the fighting crescent kick, get that snap in there, and then go back, right? Okay. Good. Make sure you get that snap in there, and if you do, once you do that, put your foot down. Let's see if you've hit your marker. Switch legs. I'm going to keep switching here. You go back and forth now. Try to figure out. I'll do it a couple times in a row. And do one of those techniques. One of those techniques. Front kick, round kick, side kick, crescent kick. Okay? And go real slow. Not knowing which foot I'm going to use, I'm going to do my hoppings, just like we did in our drills. Okay. Right? It's a little more difficult. You just need a little timing practice to know which leg I'm going to use. And by doing this slowly, eventually, your eye, body, and your legs, your limbs will move into position. Oh, he's doing this, therefore I gotta do this footwork with this technique. So it takes a little bit of practice. Just keep doing this over and over and over again. Should technically practice 3 days a week in the beginning. Okay, I'm doing techniques. I'm doing hopping, I'm doing skipping, I'm switching feet like our footwork earlier. If you don't know any of these basics, make sure and go to the basics before you come to class. Alright, I'm going to do one more. Okay, good. Alright, now that we're done with our drills, let's work on our power. Now what we're going to do is we're going to strengthen our kicks. And it's hard for most people to start with their balance. Okay, so we're going to show you this is an easy way of getting your kicks to be nice and strong. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to put your knees up, just like this position. Now what I want you to do, I'll turn this way, you're going to kick forward with front kick. You're going to put your ball of your foot, you're going to extend out and tight. Make sure that your entire leg is tight. All one piece, nice and tight. Relax and bring it back. Tight. Relax. Okay, we're going to do both legs at the same time. Alright, so what we're going to do, extend, tight, as tight as you can. Make it as tight as you can. We're using isotonic isometric now. And back. Extend, tight. As tight as you can make it. You really have to feel it here in your legs, nice and tight in your calf, and back. Extend, nice and tight, and back. Extend, back. Extend, back. Good. You should really feel this here in your legs and in your calves, right? All your quadriceps, all these are being pushed nice and tight. And what you're doing is you're doing a push and a pull motion. Make sure that all those muscles are acting as one piece. So when you actually end up doing your kick, bang, you get all that power. Okay? It should hurt. Now we're going to do the round kick. So come on around. And go on your side, just like this. Okay, knee up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to extend and use the instep right here. Nice and tight. The whole thing should be nice and tight. And relax. Pull it back. Extend. Nice and tight. Feel it all the way through your leg. It has to be tight or you're not gaining anything. This is just, if you're just doing this, it does nothing. But if you do this, nice and tight all the way through, feel it through the entire leg. This is what's going to help you create power. And back. Okay. One more. Extend. Nice and tight. And back. Okay, switch. Other spot. Like this. Knee bent. Ready. Extend. Nice and tight. Make sure it's nice and tight. And back. Nice and tight. Should feel it. You might even get some cramps here. But just kind of go through it, loosen it up, shake it a little bit, and then follow through. And relax. Extend when nice and tight. And relax. Great. Now side kick. Same thing. Bend, extend. Make sure and pull. All your muscles should be here, pushing through. And you should be able to feel it. This got the small muscle here in the top of your foot that helps bring in your foot to the 90 degree. And nice and tight and back. Again, extend, nice and tight, slow and tight, creating all that muscle mass right here. It should really be burning right now. And back. One more. Extend all the might you can, and back, just like the punches. One more. Extend, nice and tight, and back. Good. Switch to the other side. Same thing. This is really going to help your form. This is really going to help the power of your kicks and the snap. Ready. Extend, nice and tight. As tight as you can make it. The tighter this is, the more power you're going to generate when you go through someone. And relax. Side kick. Same thing. Leg up. Nice and tight. Make sure you're kicking with the blade of your foot. And back. Kick with the blade of your foot. And back. Make sure you're using the entire muscle group, right? Make sure you can feel it. Nice and tight. Tighter the better. The more you do this, the better you're going to get. Now, and back. Good. Now, right now we're doing this on the ground. We're going to be doing this standing up later as we get advanced. Extend. And back. Good. Switch legs. Make sure your knees up. Extend. Nice and tight. Keep that leg nice and tight. All the way through. So if someone pushes on it, there's no way you can move it. And back. Extend. And you should really feel this. Like I said, you want to make this. The more you put into this, the better your kicks are going to get. The more power you're going to have. And your accuracy, of course. And back. Extend. And back. Great. Now, let's go up and practice punches. Okay, let's do punches. If you don't know how to do punches, go to the beginners and you'll learn everything. Everybody else, what we're going to do is we're going to use isotonic isometric for strengthening our punches. And how we do this is we use the force. So we have your hand goes against your fist. We push this way without one arm as we are using the strength of this to go against the other. So there's this force between the two. This is how you use it without using weights. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to push into it, giving all the strength and resistance we can with this one, without this one collapsing. So we're using all the muscles to push this in as we're pushing this out all the time, and then as we come back, we're grabbing the hand and we're pulling it. This one's pulling back, this one's pulling. They're pulling in two separate directions, but you're going to let this arm win and pull it back. Okay, so we're kind of in a push, like a tug of war, and then a pull, tug of war in each one of these exercises. Okay, so for the jab. Now there are three different kinds of jabs as we went through before. We're just going to, all we're doing now is we're strengthening each punch with this technique. So make sure your hand is against it for your jab, and I want you to push forward as hard as you can. And then I want you to pull that jab back. Push forward. I want you to pull that jab back. Push forward. Pull that punch back. And why you're doing this is you're gaining all the strength and power of the punch here, and on the way back you want that fast return, right? So you get that punch again. So that's what you're doing. You're pulling it, and you're also strengthening all these muscles, the opposite muscles that you are as you punch, so you don't overextend anything. So push, pull. Make sure you're using your shoulder and your chest muscle right here. And you're pushing through and you're pulling back like a row almost, right? Oh, and pull it back. Forward and back. Great. Now we're going to do the hook. You can do the same thing. You're going to go across and then you're going to pull back. You're going to push through and pull back. You're going to push through, pull back, push through, pull back. One more. Push through, pull back. Now you should feel this right back here, and especially in your chest, right here with this cross. Okay, now let's do the uppercut. Same thing. Push down as you're pulling it up. One up, then down, pull down. Push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. The more resistance you do here, the stronger you get, your resistance naturally is going to increase. So as you go through this, you don't have to worry about how much pressure. Just barely let that arm come up. And every time, this arm's going to get stronger and this arm's going to get stronger. Little by little, it's just going to keep growing. So up and down. Push up and down. Push up, pull down. Now, switch arms. Now, after a while, after you do this for a few weeks, then you're able to do the twisting motion as well. But right now, let's just worry about the isotonic isometric, right? So we're going to do jabs in the back, push, push out, pull back, push through, pull back, push through, pull back, push out, pull back, push out, pull back, push out. Make sure you use all your strength. Pull back, push out, pull back, push out, pull back. I'm going to do the hook. Same thing. Push through and back. 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 Now, with time, what we're going to do is we're going to also use that twisting motion at the end, snapping motion at the end. But right now, let's just work on the technique. Ready? Uppercut. Push up, pull down. 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 Now don't go too high. Just go about where your eye level or where your eyebrows are. Okay, it doesn't need to be any, because when we're actually using it as punches, you don't want to get, you want it to be short bursts, right? You don't want to be doing these things way out here or way up here. That's just a waste of energy and a waste of time. It also makes you vulnerable. So when we do our punches, by doing that we get that quick punch, right? And the return, bam, bam. Right? That's what we want to do. That's what we want to get to. And this is going to help strengthen all those tendons and muscles to make us stronger and stronger. So another way we can do this is by doing punch. We can do punch, forward. Now tighten. Make sure everything is nice and tight. 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 Everything is nice and tight through the entire motion. Tight. Tight. Remember, trying to hit with the first two knuckles. Tight and tight. Right? Now, same thing with the hook. 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 Tight. Everything tight. Hook. 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 hook, 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 hook. One more. Hook. Good. Jab, jab, jab. Make sure it's tight all the way through. Jab, 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 jab. Oh, you should feel that all over your chest and your arms. Kind of bring that through. Make sure it's nice. And now your hands should be nice and loose, right? You should feel almost light as a feather, just like your legs. When you do these workouts, everything's going to make things lighter. Eventually, you can work with weights. That's not recommended until late in your training. All right, great class. So make sure and subscribe. What I'm going to do is, when I see 100 people's subscription, I'm going to do another extra video a week. When I get to 1,000, we'll do 2 full classes. One of them will be more intermediate. And when we get to 10,000 subscribers, we'll have 3 classes a week, plus extras, as in breaking. Actually have people in here sparring. I just need to see the viewers and the subscribers are increasing to build the channel. That way I know that what I'm creating is content that is worth continuing doing. I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to put something out there that's not quality. So definitely leave comments on the bottom, and subscribe, hit the bell, and until next time, keep yourself in balance.